All right, everybody, what is up?
This is my reminder for you to double check your audio so we don't get a 2-minute delay about you being muted.
I'm, I clicked it. Yeah, I did click it. See,
Okay, just double checking. We need to swap the louds and Wolfzer.
the louds and Woofzer.
All right.
So we are going to Dragonshire for game one between ADEZ. That's my snitches get stitches team. That's so hard to say for me for some reason. And you face Braxis. I'll admit, a Nexus commentary's favorite. They're definitely fun to watch. They've never been boring. They did not win Division Two though.
Yeah, we casted a lot of You-Face Braxis, though, and definitely enjoyed our time we spent casting with them. We did get a chance to cast ADEZ, I believe, twice.
Yes,
And
twice.
Very, very strong team, so this
Yeah.
should be a very good matchup.
They Rixer for Kids did not respect their skill with the Tassadar Tracer comp and blew up Rixer for Kids pretty hard, if I'm honest. So
Yeah, you are not wrong. I'm going to let them know that we're ready.
So here we go. I do have the updated standings on our scoreboard, and I'm
Ooh.
pretty proud of that.
Is it flashing over to it now, and then I can be impressed by it 2 minutes later?
Yes, and right
sounds
there's our
wonderful.
standings. 2+2 now, obviously in first place because they're the only team that played. So nothing special, but there you go. You can look at it and go, ooh.
They are the first place team now.
ADEZ signaling that they are ready. Waiting for the ready from.
What server is this?
I have no idea.
We are Eastern, I believe. .64 tick. Let me be one of you guys. All right, and we got the ready from both teams, so I'm going to count us down.
All right. Here we go. Game one between ADEZ and you face Braxis.
And the first time we've gotten to cast Dragonshire.
I know, right? So we'll see what they decide to ban out here. This is a small map. This is one of the few maps.
4/5 of our team currently is West Coast. Wait, what happened?
Okay, so what's going on is East Coast is not friendly to West Coast players, so we are going to remake this lobby. One of the players is going to remake the lobby so it's on the West Coast, so they don't have to deal with as much lag. And I think that's fair.
I think you pronounce his name's D-Louds. D-Louds.
D-Louds.
I always call him D-Louds.
D-Louds.
Either way. So we are just waiting for our invite.
Yes, we are. I'm glad for that because I never hit the transition button.
Oh, good times.
Yeah, good times indeed. All right, here we go. Got the invite from Winterheart. Let's get you in here. I've been made the lobby host. I will make observer. Tournament draft. Team 1. Mecha. Swap. But again, everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate everybody who is checking us out. No matter how you found us, we appreciate you showing up.
Definitely.
Democratic server. I feel like I'm missing a joke there.
Yeah, I've never really noticed differences on servers, but I've never.
There is a difference. You remember that time we got stuck on a Singapore server because I was stupid and I was playing with a friend who lived in the Philippines?
Well, yeah. No, I mean definitely overseas servers for sure. I've just personally never noticed a difference between East and West and all that, but
It can be noticeable. Even just a tenth of a second is sometimes enough to drive someone absolutely insane.
that's fair.
A tenth of a second is landing that mosh pit and getting stunned out of it and having to wait 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
What is that emote?
That is the fist bumps.
Oh, is it? Okay.
G fist bump.
Oh. Yeah, see, I've got all these. I've got all these emotes.
So many emotes. Joining a lobby has never been so hard this game.
%100 harder in pro scrims, apparently.
All right, so we need to switch up. I think Winter Heart's going, or do you do that now? I think you got to do that if he can't.
What's up?
Switch the teams. So Juice, DeLouds, and Miniman are on the same side as Winter Heart. You're my hero.
So I need to swap DeLouds.
Just put all the same portraits on the one side.
You know what? That's a good point. Emperor Juice, Dark Neo, DeLouds with Shady, Midi Man. And Whoopers. There we go. I love this chat. This is so good. All right. I'm in. All right. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we're going into Dragonshire Game 1. I don't know why I said it like that.
You did transfer the scenes that time, I imagine.
I did, actually, because I'm a good boy. The
Yay.
Cubs are winning.
Yay!
Against all logic.
So on the left side we have You Face Braxis, and on the right side we have Team ADEZ. You Face Braxis with first pick, first ban. Let's see what they're thinking.
I bet they're thinking about a Malthael ban. One of them is. So this is oddly another map where Rexar is actually not terrible. Didn't pan out for Truck Squad last game, but really I saw that Zarya and Medic with that Vala, and I'm like, this is the new Holy Trinity right here. They've already won the game.
Yeah, I mean, you can deal with that. It's really not that problematic if you can get to the late game, but with that much shove and Sylvanas behind it, I had talked about it in chat. I think a Diablo pick might have been a much better choice there.
Okay. Murky ban.
Murky can be annoying. I don't know that he's first ban material, but maybe they have something they know about ADEZ. I will never assume that the first pick is a troll ban, ever.
Okay. I maybe there is. I mean, it is a small map. Murky can get around very, very quickly on here. I don't know if
I can tell you I hate dealing with Murky here more than any other map, simply because it feels impossible to take the shrine away from him sometimes.
I feel I love the all draft chat right now. It's amusing me so much. We see a Gall ban.
Oh, I don't get to see the chat, so maybe they are doing troll bans. I don't know.
I feel like they are. They're bantering back and forth between each other. The chat at the Murky ban was kind of erupted into some silliness.
Ah, okay. Well,
So
Braxis thinking about who they want.
I want to see a Chen.
A Chen, huh?
It's a good map for Chen. It's really hard to pry him off his shrine between his ability to generate shields with the chug and his ability to just straight up win a solo lane because you can never damage him. He does actually get a lot of mileage on him. The problem is he's Chen. You lose the late game.
Unless you put him in the dragon out the rest of the game.
If that would work if the dragon lasted a half hour. But we see the Garrosh come out, and I like that.
Yeah, Garrosh, just solid meta pick. You can pair him with anybody. We talked about it almost every time he's gone first. He's just good.
Yeah, he's so good. So we're looking for ADEZ's 2 picks. They're probably going to go with maybe a DPS and an off tank.
Exo Sunrise, thanks for hanging out. This is Rekt League. We are doing our own thing right now. We are trying to bring a league in the off season of chair leagues, so hope you guys enjoy it. Tracer, first pick.
Here comes the Tassadar.
I assume so. You can't leave the Tassadar on the board once you've shown the Tracer, and showing that off early does give you a chance to kind of play around how they commit to it.
Yeah, this is really. This is what they absolutely steamrolled Rixer for Kids with. Why did my sound cut out just now?
No idea. But
Okay.
yeah, ADEZ's employed this strategy with Tracer and Tassadar in against Rixer for Kids in a very convincing fashion. So it's going to be on you, Face Braxis, to make sure they answer it properly.
I need you to kind of talk for a bit because I'm having a really hard time concentrating with this all chat going on. Like, it's just pure trolling right now.
Okay. Well, it looks like they're trying to figure out who they're going to pair with Garrosh, and I think when you're looking at Tracer Tassadar, you want somebody that can disable the Tracer and bring her out of her ability to do things, and whether that's a stun or a polymorph or a drag or a taunt, those things are all very effective. And between Garrosh, Brightwing, and Dahaka, they have those things in spades. So that's a good answer to Tracer. Now we got to see what ADEZ is thinking, and if these next 2 bans are going to be used as real bans, or if they're going to continue to leave both teams open to pick whatever they want.
Yeah, and the thing about Tracer is her escape, her recall is only as good as the last 2 seconds. So between the Brightwing and the Dahaka, that's more than 2 seconds of keeping a Tracer in a spot. So if she does recall, she's just going to recall to the exact spot where Dahaka left her, essentially, which means she's going to have to burn those blink charges, which is going to give her even less escapability in the long run. So that's a really smart pickup on the side of you face Braxis.
And we see the Genji ban. Genji, a very strong hero. His ability to dive on the back line is always a pain to deal with, and his potential to blow single targets up that aren't prepared for his ultimate, also very devastating. So, good ban there on the side of ADEZ.
Yeah, everybody hates dealing with the pro Genjo.
Yeah, Genjo too strong.
At least he's getting nerfed a little bit.
Yeah, I actually don't have that much of a problem with Genji anymore. I think he was a bit unbalanced upon release, but they've since found a pretty good sweet spot for him. Strong hero, but definitely beatable.
Definitely. So we're looking at what they're looking at the ETC ban on the side of you face Braxis, and really that's a smart pickup between the ETC, the Tassadar, and whatever they decide to pair that ETC with potentially is gonna lead to a lot of deaths.
And in Dragonshire, globals are very important, and taking one off the board you don't plan on taking when you already have 2 globals, not a bad idea.
No, not at all. So we're going to be looking at ADEZ's next 2 picks coming up here. They're definitely going to be picking a tank here. Maybe a tank and then a bruiser, as we see U-Face Braxis does already have their double tank comp set up and ready to go.
Yeah, with ETC off the board, you still have plenty of good options. At this point, you don't really know what kind of damage is coming from, so it's hard to really commit to your hard engage tank, but you can take a bruiser right here or an off tank if you want, and pair that with maybe a second support or another damage dealer, and wait out to see what those last 2 picks are.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got the next 2 picks coming in here. Ooh, I like it. Karazim and Zool. They might be going a dual soak Zool here. Wouldn't be the most unusual thing I've ever seen. We have seen it in the past on smaller maps like Tomb of the Spider Queen. It can get a lot of value if the 4 push is strong enough.
Definitely, yeah. We see a Turan pickup and the Butcher, so that gives you a lot of information, and you definitely want a tank that's durable now, and you want somebody who can, I don't even know. I mean, you got to deal with the Butcher Turan combo, and that's always very devastating. I feel like your best bet is Diablo, and just make sure you don't lose those souls, but I don't know.
Let me think. Murden, though not played in the meta currently, it is actually a pretty good option. He does have good mobility for a tank. Let's see here.
And very durable as well. Durability. Johanna would also be a strong pick here.
Arthas as well. Arthas could run with the 4 or do a solo lane if it came down to it, and he has amazing counter initiation, so that would definitely give the Butcher fits if an Arthas were suddenly to show up.
Definitely. Arthas, very good at protecting his back line, would also be a solid choice. And that looks like what they're going to be going with.
So this is definitely going to be on U-Face Braxis to execute this properly. I think the Arthas pick, though, might have just straight up won ADEZ the game.
It's a good pick, but I won't go that far. I definitely think it's going to help a lot against the Butcher, but they, like you said, if U-Face Braxis can execute this, especially early on, and get a small advantage rolling in their favor, well, you know how that can turn out.
You are correct. So here we go. Game 1 between U-Face Braxis and ADEZ in the first week of the Rekt League, presented by Nexus Commentaries. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Glad you can make it. I'm glad we're doing this. This has been a lot of fun. This has made all the work I and us and everybody, the artists, Carl, Jimmy, all the work we've put in, that has made it absolutely worth it. But here we go into the game. It sounds like Charlie has Mr. Chooch coming over for a visit, so I'll handle the left side on the team of U-Face Braxis. We've got Winterheart on the Turan, Midiman on the Garrosh, Emperor Juice on the Butcher, You're My Hero on the Brightwing, and Dloud on the Dahaka. And on the right side, we've got ADEZ SSGC Flower on the Arthas Dark, Neo on the Charism, Sheedy on the Zul, Mextricen on the Tassadar, and Woofers on the Tracer. Already eating, getting just chucked everywhere. Here comes the stuns. Emperor Juice trying to get that quick kill to help him out, but gets blown up in return. Butcher already going down. You can't lose any meat if you don't have any meat. Stun coming out from Tehran just now. SGC Flower does end up getting killed in the process. This is just absolute chaos right now in the early game. This is what I like to see in a 5v5 right there.
The train has finally left, so I am back. And what an engagement there to start us off.
Yeah, that was absolute chaos right there. So teams are going to separate into their laning setups. Emperor Juice
Tassadar taking a lot of damage. He had to get out there. He almost went down.
Yeah, Mechastrysan did take a lot of damage. He's going to go back, tap, come back, and
got the swap and the pull going in. Butcher trying to go in and put the damage. Zul's taking so much, but he's looks like he might just get out off the back of the Arthas disengage, and he does. What a save there from Arthas, bearing down against 3 versus 2.
Very much so. The problem is he does have to back, and that's going to give U-Face Braxis the chance to take the shrine, and Flower does get thrown out, stunned, and this is what U-Face Braxis are going for. They're going for that blow up.
Yeah, that's when you have Tehran and Butcher, your early game potential for snowballing a lead by getting kills off of isolation picks is very, very high. And Dragonshire is a good map to attempt it on because the nature of the objectives forces you to split away from your team constantly.
We do see that ADEZ did have control of both shrines temporarily, but You're My Hero and Delouds do go top and take care of it. Woofer's in a bit of trouble right there, taking an awful lot of damage. Mechastrysan ends up taking just as much damage from Delau, but they both end up being fine in the end. The Pulse Bomb was burrowed off rather smartly at that. Nice use of the burrow right there.
And meanwhile, in the mid lane, we got a toss going on the Arthas, and Arthas trying to escape the Garrosh, but the stun coming out from the Butcher, and that's going to be the end of Arthas.
Yeah, and the counter initiation really not working into the favor of ADEZ like they'd wanted to. This Butcher getting stacked up pretty quickly. That was a weird pathing. Oh, nice throw back onto Sheedy right there. And it looks like U-Face Braxis was just as confused by that pathing.
Yeah, that was an interesting route the Butcher decided to take there, but it paid off nonetheless as they are able to secure the kill on the Zul.
Definitely. And we're going to go back up to this top lane where Mechastrysan and Woofers are just kind of owning this lane right now, forcing the Brightwing to TP top. Delau's going into the drag, but missing it. And really, this is a really hard push.
In the mid lane, Karazin gets caught out by Garrosh and pulled in and deleted. This roaming combo of Garrosh, Butcher, and Tehran is paying dividends right now for U-Face Braxis.
Definitely. This is... I didn't expect this to go as well as it is for them. And here comes the stun from Emperor Juice, and that's just more meat for the Butcher. And he has got to be getting dangerously close to...
He's already at 159 out of 200.
Woo, that is very dangerous right there. Ooh, kill onto Tassadar and the Brightwing. The support's going down. This isn't really a fight that Delouds can win.
No, it's an extended thing that is going to favor Tracer in the long run, and Delouds probably needs to try and get out of there, but it's too late.
Yeah, Midi Man was trying to come up there to help out Dahaka right there, but again, too late, and Dahaka ends up paying the price for his impertinence.
And Arthas gets the strong root down on both Butcher and Turan, but they're not able to get enough damage. This is the kind of strategy that's going to work for them as the game wears on, though. Arthas gets stronger and stronger with each level, more so than a lot of tanks. He scales very hard after level 10, so you tend to see his power increase after that point.
Yeah. The Loud's going in. Gets the drag. Here comes a Brightwing. The Polymorph was not there, and Woofers hits the well and is ready to come back. That was... She had to have had like 10 hit points left.
Yeah, the skin of her teeth was all she had after she got out of there. There really wasn't anything left. She was on death's door, but able to escape, as often Tracer likes to do.
That was a great escape by Dark Neil right there, dropping the Earth ally in order to get out, but Emperor Juice hungry for more meat. SGC Flower gets tossed back, and SGC Flower is going to go down. However, in the meantime, ADEZ does grab the Dragon Knight, first one of the game, and he's already going to work on this mid lane.
Yeah, Shidian Zul was able to sneak up there and secure the Dragon Channel while their team had the shrines for those very short periods of time. And it's going to really help them stay in this game as they find themselves down heroics right now.
Yep, we see Taunt come out, Emerald Wind adaptation, Lambs to the Slaughter, and it looks like Shadowstalk. Charism does go down. I believe it was to the Butcher. Nice punt onto Winterheart. The Brightwing does TP onto her, gives her that shield. Here comes the Emerald Wind, hits absolutely nothing. But Tracer, in a world of trouble right now, does manage to survive just a bit longer. They are trying to run her down. The shield onto her. Winterheart taking an awful lot of damage. Is going to have to get out. Sheedy really wanted that kill. Dahaka does die here real quick. And we're going to look at Brightwing also going down. A little bit of revenge. Emperor Juice is not long for this world. I do not see him surviving. Winterheart needs to get out. And ADEZ are really turning this around. But Winterheart, cheeky play, gets a kill onto the Tracer right there.
Yeah, the Owl coming out able to secure a kill on Tracer, but it wasn't going to stop ADEZ from taking down this fort and securing themselves a pretty good advantage early on. That first fort is always the most important in Dragonshire, especially when you can get the mid one.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. It kind of opens up the game to how you want to play it, and we see the Louds taking, trying to take that bottom keep. We see a rotation from Mecha Streisand as Sheedy does finish a quest just now. Emperor Juice, oh, he is in a world of hurt. He is not long for this world. At least he got that quest finished.
Yeah, probably not expecting his camp to be invaded at that moment, but that's exactly what ADEZ did and made him pay for doing something by himself.
Definitely. And now ADEZ pouring on the aggression, about to hit 13, just now hit it, giving them a full level lead right now. You face Braxis having to hunker down and try to soak this 13 to kind of keep pace with them. We do see Garrosh kind of just standing there, letting his armor build up. I assume that's what he was doing.
More than likely, yeah, probably making sure he gets the experience in the wave without risking his position. But yeah, and right now you see Sheedy, he's up in the top lane. He knows he has the wave to clear, and they have a big advantage on the top shrine. So there's no real need to take it right away, but he goes up there and clears out the wave because he wants to keep his advantage in top lane. And we got a big skirmish going down bottom. Dirk Neo's taking a lot of damage, but we see the Divine Palm go down and he saves himself just in time. Meanwhile, Turan's taking a lot of damage. She goes down, as does the Butcher at the same time. ADEZ pouring it on, killing off the Dahaka, and Sheedy's in pursuit of the Garrosh. Garrosh is going to go down too. The lone survivor, Brightwing, flees back to the base, and this is looking very bad right now for U-Face Braxis X. U-Face Braxis had a pretty good engagement right there. They just couldn't finish off the Charism in time, despite landing the Lambs to the Slaughter on them. Just one auto attack would have finished the job, but
They
that
get
clo-
this. Yeah, they get this front keep wall, and they're going back for the shrines.
Yeah, right now they have an opportunity to go right for the dragon, and it looks like you face Braxis is responding appropriately. They are going to try and rush down the center, but it's not going to be in time as Sheedy's able to channel the dragon, and they're going to push this right down the mid lane.
As I hear your friend has shown up, and the Dragon Knight is pushing down the mid lane. This is going to be a really critical defense. ADEZ kind of running away with it at this point. A nice toss onto the Tassadar, but he hits the phase shift and gets out of there in time. Sheedy's still pounding away on this keep. Garrosh tries to hit the Groundbreaker onto the Dragon, but that doesn't work anymore. The Dragon Knights are unstoppable. Nice punt onto Delaus, throws him out, but SGC Flower gets stunned behind the gate. Taunted, stunned. He's got to go down. Nice Emerald Wind pushing the members of ADEZ back just a bit, and that's a pretty good pickoff right now. That's the kind of pickoff you're looking for when you're down 3 levels almost. Dark Neo gets also tossed back. Here comes the Butcher looking for another kill, but ends up getting punted backwards. Woofer's thinking about going after him, but Dark Neo's got to be really careful as his charge is about to come off cooldown. Goes on to Sheedy. Zool goes down as well. That's just more damage. You're my hero in a lot of hurt. The Bird gets the kill. Mecha Streisand getting hit by a stun. And ADEZ are coming back in a huge way. Woofer Z, the only one left alive. And you face Braxis. Oh, wait, no. A nice taunt. And she's going to go down. And that is just absolute decimation of ADEZ right there. Hanging around just a little too long.
Yeah, the greed to try and probably get a keep was very tempting there as they had such a sound advantage going in there, but the turnaround was very real. A lot of clutch heals from Brightwing and Tyrande able to keep the Butcher alive despite getting tossed away from the fray.
Yeah, that was just one key pickoff after another. Just that Garrosh just did so much work. It was ridiculous. And the birds from Tyrande were just absolutely clutch. Landing that kill onto Charism with the owl just brought U-Face Braxis just roaring back into this game, and now they're taking this bottom camp, and there's not a whole lot that they can do to stop this bottom push.
No, being on equal talent tiers and them having the man advantage, they're in a lot of trouble right now. ADEZ taking a lot of damage, and that's forcing the Arthas back. Flower trying to bring his team around and escape off the disengage. He is able to catch Brightwing with the root, who immediately goes down. This spells trouble for U-Face Braxis. Midiman's in the trouble as well right now, taking a lot of damage, but they're able to take out the Kerosene, but the Tyrande follows shortly after. Midiman taking so much damage from this Tassadar, he's going to go down. And Emperor Juice is all by himself now, and he finds himself on the bad end of a 2v1, and he's not going to live. Dahaka trying to burrow out. He gets out just in time, but he isn't going to be able to do much about ADEZ's advantage on the map right now.
Yeah, no, this is going to lead to another Dragon Knight for ADEZ. But they did defend that last Dragon Knight very, very well. So we're going to see how this turns out for him as we follow Tracer on her wonderful journey against with the Starry Raptor.
Yeah, one of the good things is they do have the globals in Dahaka and Brightwing, so they can answer 2 shrines very quickly, but it doesn't look like there's going to be enough time as the Owl misses the interrupt of Mecha Streisand channeling the dragon, and here we go, an 18-17 dragon. All forts down, they're looking for a keep. Let's see if they can get it.
Yeah, this is a 14-minute Dragon Knight, so I don't see this keep surviving unless something goes absolutely horribly wrong, like Woofer's getting thrown like that. And oh, that is a nice palm onto Tracer right there, keeps her alive. Emperor Juice is gonna go down. The Emerald Wind pushes everything but the dragon back, and she and Mecha Streisand is just acting like her namesake and rampaging through the downtown of U-Face Braxis.
Yeah, this is not looking good for you, Face Braxis. They've gotten so much value off that clutch Divine Palm on Woofer Z, or on Wolfzer, and it's created quite the advantage in this team fight. And now they're just looking to pour all the damage they can onto the core. 32, 22, 12, 8, 3, 0. That's going to be it for ADEZ taking game 1.
Yeah, that was very, very well done on the side of ADEZ, not panicking after getting blown up as hard as they did that first game. Clip this, save this.
Yeah, that fight in front where they had turned it around and come back from a 13-16 deficit was very impressive, but it just got squandered off the back of that Divine Palm on Wolfser. They had committed so much to killing the Tracer, and it looked like it happened, and then Tracer came right back and turned around and killed the Butcher, and it was all downhill from there for You-Face Braxis.
Yeah, definitely. So that puts ADEZ into a 1-0 lead. You-Face Braxis now has map pick or first pick. They're probably debating that right now. We'll find out what they decide here very, very shortly. I assume Winterheart will end up making the lobby again, since no one decided to complain about the servers that time.
Yeah, it sounded like they had worked everything out.
Yep.
So here we are, and we are Nexus Commentaries bringing you Rekt League action. Rekt League is a league that we started for the off-season of Chair League. It's where teams can go to stay sharp, play each other, get scrims in, get their matches, cast it, get VODs of their matches in case they want to rewatch them and work on things. We're just trying to provide a service and bring you guys Heroes games every Thursday night for Rekt League.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been a definite labor of love for us, and we're happy that we're able to bring this to you. I just got the invite to the lobby. Let me get you invited in here. He's so quick on that. That was actually rather impressive.
With the lobby invite?
Oh, and just getting everybody swapped around. Like, he's got it all set up. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's always good when you don't have to make the lobby.
No, absolutely. They Mecha ADEZ already saying they are ready. We are going to Tomb of the Spider Queen for game 2. This should be fun. This is definitely a fun map. Small map. Might actually be might actually see a Cho'Gall here, unless they were really, really trolling us hard that last game. So here we go. Game 2 between You-Face Braxis and ADEZ. ADEZ currently up 1-0 on You-Face Braxis. So that game was kind of a nail biter, if I'm honest.
Yeah, both teams were playing very well. ADEZ got the slight edge there in that team fight off the back of the Divine Palm, but if that Divine Palm was late or baited out and not activated, it would have been a completely different fight for the rest of the way. So losing off the back of one well-timed ultimate is really nothing you can, shake your head at too much. You just move on and try to take game 2.
You're absolutely correct on that. And Tomb is a good map to go to after you've felt your opponent out. And I feel like at this point, You-Face Braxis kind of knows what ADEZ is actually capable of, and will probably react accordingly. They're probably banning that Tracer out. I do not see that Tracer surviving.
Yeah, it's not a pick you want to give to ADEZ. I mean, so far they've proven that their Tracer play is very dominant on the back of Wolfzer, so I mean, I think you just got to do the respect ban and take it away from them.
No, they are. Are they doing it again? No. They're hovering the Murky ban.
I would think. I mean, if they ban Zool, that makes sense too, because Sheedy showed to be a very solid Zool player, and Zool has a lot of strength on this map. But I don't know, man. You can't just let the Tracer through when they've shown that's what they want to first pick every game.
Well, the thing of it is that you face Braxis have 2 picks in a row. So they can either pick the Tassadar or they can pick the Tracer. And you face Braxis will probably respond accordingly. So if they pick the Tracer, they're going to snatch the Tassadar up. So we do see the Zool ban come out, and I definitely don't disagree with that. This is a smaller map than Dragonshire, and Zool gets even more value here.
Yeah, this is arguably his best map in the game, and letting Zool go through when you know the other side has a very talented Zool player, probably not a good idea. So they rightfully banned Zool.
Definitely. So we'll see what the first pick out of ADEZ is going to be. I suspect it will be a Tassadar, even without Tracer on that team. Yep, there it is. Tassadar gets such incredible value out of here. Oracle feels like it has a bigger range than what it normally does because of the size of the map, so that extra vision you get is even more valuable.
Yeah, definitely. It's especially nice when you want to go check turn in or try to turn in some stuff. You don't have to do it blind and walk into a giant trap. Also great for checking boss, and there's just a lot of uses for Tassadar's trait here. Now that you put yourself in an awkward position here, though, with the Tracer ban not coming out, because now you either have to pick Tracer or just concede that you're going to let it through.
They did handle the Tracer pretty well, so they might not be afraid of the Tracer, as evidenced by that Zool first ban. I think the Zool gave them more fits than the Tracer did. That's not to say the Tracer wasn't effective; it clearly was. I just feel like they had a better handle on her, and Zool was the problem. But we see the Ana and Johanna, the Anas, come out to play.
Yes, very solid team up with those two. Ana obviously able to provide a lot of support, and her stim drone is a very strong ultimate that can pair with a lot of different heroes who are still on the board. So it kind of threatens some very serious danger when you put her behind someone like Johanna, who's able to constantly protect her and keep her out of trouble.
There's the Tracer and the ETC this time. I like that on this map. I wonder what they're going to follow up with that ETC, though, because I don't see him solo tanking this.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Tracer and Tassadar has been working well for ADEZ, and they've shown no signs of losing with it, so I still think it's a mistake to let those two through. But we'll see if you face Braxis can answer back in game 2.
Now, I feel like they're going to go with some kind of control, though it's going to really be on Ana to land sleep shots on the Tracer if they're looking to control her up.
Yeah, that's possible. Some good sleep darts would be effective against Tracer, so we could see that strategy employed for sure.
We're going to see they're hovering the Rhaegar band currently. It looks like that's what they're going to stick with. And a double healer with a Tracer hypercarry would be very, very problematic. Nobody wants to deal with that kind of nonsense.
Yeah, Ancestral Healing's just a very strong ultimate, and the ability to take camps is also very, very strong on Rhaegar, and it makes a big difference on small maps like this where there aren't a lot of camps to take. Having your support be able to provide that is just very strong, so banning it out, probably a good play.
Definitely makes a lot of sense. So we're going to be looking at what ADEZ is looking for a ban. I'm suspecting we'll see a Vala ban come out. Hungry Arrow build here is really strong in defending against Webweaver phases. Also, really, really useful for bringing down bosses and camps very quickly. So, I'll be surprised if we don't see a Val ban.
Right, you are, Zexorus, but we are going to see a Brightwing ban instead. Brightwing does a lot of work, especially behind a second support. The problem is, I don't think they were going to take Brightwing on Tomb of the Spider Queen, ever. Lily and Cassia are the picks, and that's the kind of counterplay you like to see against a Tracer. The blinds out of Lily, the blinds out of Cassia, the damage from Cassia. It's just going to be very problematic for a Tracer to deal with.
Yeah, and everybody does sleep on Lily, and she is probably the biggest early game nightmare to deal with.
Oh yeah, her strength is well documented in the laning phase, and her ability to counter auto attack based comps has always been very, very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
She used to be the sole answer to Illidan way back in the day.
Oh, definitely. So we're gonna see the new Jaina come out to play today, but not the Dreadlord Jaina skin. I'm seeing I believe this is her old master skin.
Yeah, that's her tier armor from, I believe it's her tier 3 armor, if I remember correctly, from Warcraft.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds cool. And we see a Morales come out at the end.
Yep, Lieutenant Morales undergoing some changes recently now operates off an energy bar, and she's found her way back into the meta very quickly. I kind of thought she got nerfed too hard, but I've been being proved wrong constantly by these pros and amateurs about the strength of Lieutenant Morales and that clear grenade quest.
Just going good grenade build in general on Morales proves to pay dividends here. Having that extra health via the shields and that reduced grenade cooldown when you hit 2 or more is just absolutely annoying to deal with, because you can't bring her health down because she keeps popping you with these stupid grenades.
Yeah, it's it can be tough to deal with Morales these days. She's very strong paired with Tracer and Jaina as well. Her ability to keep those two up so they can put the damage out is very important, especially now that they weren't able to lean full into auto attack.
And we see the Alarak come out. Now, this is something we usually see out of Rixer for kids, but this doesn't surprise me coming out of You-Face Braxis. They have documented playing Alarak in the past, and this would be a really good follow-up to a Sleep Dart. Throwing a TK followed, or a Discord Strike, followed by a TK would make sure she can't blink out as Cassia runs in and just shreds her.
Definitely. And now we are going into Game 2 of the series between ADEZ and You-Face Braxis. I personally think You-Face Braxis had the better draft, but ADEZ has proven to be the slightly more superior team with their execution during team fights. So we'll have to see if they can overcome this team comp that You-Face Braxis has with the Lily and the Cassia and the Alarak, all very hard counters to characters like Jaina and Tracer and Lieutenant Morales.
Yes, absolutely. I do like You-Face's Braxis's draft a bit more, but ADEZ showing to be the mechanically and a better coordinated team at present. So here we go.
And speaking of You-Face Braxis, they are on the blue side with Winterheart on Cassia, D-Louds on Lily, Emperor Juice on Alaric, Midiman on Johanna, and You're My Hero on Anna.
And on the side of ADEZ, we've got Mecha Streisand on the Tassadar again, Sheedy on the Lieutenant Morales, SSGC Flower on the ETC Dark Neo on the Jaina, and Woofers on the Tracer. So here we go. They look to be wanting to party mid, and some. Is that a Space Station Gaming spray?
That appears to be what it is.
I respect that. Support the teams that aren't going to BlizzCon.
Yeah, definitely. Always good to see the cheer system in action. SGC Flower looking to get something started here, but Johanna proving to be very durable. The blind goes out, and that's a lot of damage going on to Flower. Flower's going to have to get out of there. the early game damage potential is off the charts with characters like Alaric and Lily and Cassia all on the same side.
Ooh, the TK and the Discord Strike missing on the Tracer. She was in there pretty deep. Got a little bit lucky, but here comes Midi Man getting stunned up by the ETC. Pops the Iron Skin. SGC Flower taking an awful lot of damage just now as these teams are racing to clear these waves and get them taken care of. A recall comes out of Woofers just now as ADEZ are starting to rotate towards the middle after getting that wave. Trying to get that wave cleared, deciding to push the middle lane instead. Nice pinball from the ETC right there, but Midi Man having none of it, smacks her with that mace.
Yeah, they have to be careful in these rotations and make sure that Morales doesn't get caught flat-footed because she's the most vulnerable on the side of ADEZ, or especially early on. So protecting her is going to be priority number one for ADEZ.
Yeah, ADEZ getting a bit of an advantage in the XP game at present. Nice. This Morales has just been on point with these grenades.
Yeah, trying to get that quest done early as she did go clear, but we got a team fight breaking out. ETC goes across with the power slide looking to do some damage, but Woofer Z coming out of the recall gets popped by Anna and Cassia, and she goes down.
Yeah, that's a key kill early on. We're going to take a quick look at this bottom lane, and as Mecha Streisand and Emperor Juice are going at each other, Protoss fight going down, and this is a pretty even matchup, if I'm honest.
Yeah, they can both kind of sell each other out and make sure they get their experience. I'd say that Alaric is at a slight disadvantage most of the time just because of Tacidar's range, but if he gets in on Tacidar and can actually trap him, he will go down quickly.
Definitely. We'll see Blast Shield being taken by the Morales, and keep in mind, those shields don't wear off.
Yeah, they stick and persist until they do their job. ETC coming in with the amp, looking to get something started. Johanna's on the backline, trying to focus on the ETC. ADEZ is going to have to retreat in the mid lane. Jaina puts out a little bit of slowing damage and is able to escape and move to the top lane, looking to get that soak again.
Yeah, and Tracer rotates to the bottom, giving Emperor Juice just a little bit of problems just now. Looking to get some extra damage onto Alaric, but the main thing is Alaric's being denied these gems. It's not safe for him to go in because Tracer probably does have Pulse Bomb off cooldown. As we go back to the mid lane, nice pinball from the ETC just now, but gets met with a biotic grenade, and uh-oh, Tracer was in a little bit of trouble just there. Got hit with the sleeping dart, but no real follow-up.
Yeah, you pointed out what a problem those could be for Tracer to deal with in the draft, and so far it's screwed up her positioning for trying to get in on the back line a couple of times already.
And Johanna trying to turn in 12 coins just now, not successful in doing it. And Anna hits the sleeping dart onto the ETC and hits the punish as well. But Sheedy right there on the Morales, making sure the big cow stays safe.
Gets a pulse bomb in the bottom lane and goes down. Too much pressure from Tracer and Tacidar.
Yeah, I was waiting for that to happen. Mecha Streisand taking an awful lot of damage from that fend on, ends up hitting the phase shift and getting out of dodge.
Meanwhile, ETC's successfully turned in his 25 coins up top, giving the slight gem advantage to ADEZ. They're looking to get that first Web Weaver phase as Jaina goes to turn in along with Wolfser, which would still put them just one shy of getting the Web Weavers, but it definitely puts them in a great spot.
Yeah, it's really so. Ooh, that Discord Strike just missing Woofers, and Midi Man in a lot of trouble. Forced to pop the Iron Skin, gets the heal from Anna, and here comes the Web Weaver phase from the red side. Tacidar getting that turn in the last second, and Tracer does go down from the Condemn and Fend.
Yeah, Condemn being very problematic for Tracer, often catching her at inopportune times when she's had to blow cooldowns to escape other high priority abilities.
Yeah.
We see the power slide go through. He's looking to get a good stun. Winterheart's being focused on, but he gets the heal just in time. Jaina throws down the Blizzard, catches some of them, but SGC Flower's taking too much damage and has to disengage. Sheedy's going forward, looking to try and make sure he can get a few more grenades off while this Web Weaver pushes top lane, but they're not going to get a whole lot accomplished with the top lane one, as it's already almost down. SGP Flower in a little bit of trouble, but he's able to power slide on out of there. Now they're focusing Emperor Juice, trying to get him down, but they're unable to provide enough damage to get him killed. And Zexorus, why don't you fill us in what's going on the bottom lane?
Bottom lane, we've got Lily just bullying Mecha Stricer right now, but Delouds being forced back by Jaina just now, taking an awful lot of damage. Here comes the blinds, and we got a rotation coming in. Mecha Stricer having to hit the boosters, but gets fended to death just now. Dark Neo in a lot of trouble. The rotation just too much for ADEZ right now, but they do get that middle keep.
Yeah, the middle fort is pretty important in Tomb of the Spider Queen. Obviously, the most important lane is the top lane. You want to keep that open as much as possible for the boss, but the middle lane allows you to press on your advantage when you have the bruiser camps, and especially if you can keep your fort up whenever the other team turns in.
Yeah, ETC taking a nap in the mid lane. It does wear off, and he's just fine. No real follow-up. Midi man still unable to turn those coins in, as Delouds, sitting on 20, is working on getting this creep wave pushed back. So we do see 10s come out. We see Avatar, believe that's Mosh Pit. Looks
they
like
make a play for the Lily in the top lane, and they get her. Lily getting trapped by ETC and the pulse bomb going out onto the Lily while all the focus damage was coming through.
it did look like those gems did hit the safe side of the wall, so no real danger of losing any gems right there. Here comes SGC Flower, but no real follow up on his power slide just now. Working on just clearing this wave, and U-Face Braxis just needs 6 more gems to turn in, and they're not that far behind. Only about a half level. Big Discord strike on a Woofer right there, but the shields and heals from Morales and Tacit are just too much right now. Just not enough damage currently. Miniman taking a lot of damage. Heal from Ana. The Iron Skin is also popped. Nice grenade popping Ana back. ETC in a bit of trouble right now. Takes a lot of damage. The Blessed Shield comes out. The Tracer does go down in the meantime. And this Water Elemental just kind of getting work done.
Yeah, the Water Elemental was able to put a little bit of damage on the backline, but it ultimately gets deleted by U-Face Braxis. The problem that ADEZ facing right now is they've gotten no value off of the Untouchable quest on Tracer. She hasn't been able to stay alive and stack that extra damage. And when you don't get that going early, you definitely feel it in the late game.
Yeah, you definitely do that. You're absolutely correct. That Untouchable quest so important to keep her damage up. Her damage just explodes once you get a few stacks on that, and when you lose them, it really hurts. And U-Face Braxis deciding to push out this bottom lane as hard as they can. Mecha Streisand coming in for the defense. The Psionic Storm will get a good amount of value, but Alrek going for the combo. Midi-Man already in there. Mecha Streisand has to pop the boosters right there to get away, and they're not going to be able to get this bottom fort, and the top is already down. ETC coming in, decides to take a nap instead. Emperor Juice tries to counter-strike. That is a really good mosh pit onto 2 right there, but there's not enough damage so far. Winterheart almost getting out of there. He is still alive. How is he not dead? Cassia just lasted way too long right there. A 2-for-1 trade on the side of ADEZ. Tracer really wanting this. Some extra kills. You're My Hero in a lot of trouble right now. The blind from Johanna does come out and kind of secures their escape. So we are...
It was definitely helpful there, but Tracer is able to get her quest going just a little bit, getting that 2% extra damage for right now. See if she can get that back online and get back to the power that she's used to being at this point in the game.
Yeah, this is going to be another Web Weaver phase on the side of ADEZ. They're They're slowly pulling away at this point with a full level lead right now and a talent advantage. They're going to be looking to crack this top wall open for the top fort. And yeah, this is a pretty big problem right now as you face Braxis in danger of losing all of their forts.
Yeah, there's not going to be really a good way to stop this top fort. You have to concede that it's lost after that team fight. They're answering appropriately right here. You just want to take out the web weavers in the lanes that aren't going to be a problem for sure, or that you can actually defend.
Yeah, and we see them moving on in a hurry to that top keep wall. This is
with a healthy web weaver behind it still as well. They're going to look to try and use that ability, that wave that she shoots out, to put extra damage on the keep and possibly get it.
Yeah, and here comes the defense from U-Face Braxis. Johanna going in. Nice TK Discord Strike combo, but the heals and shields from U-Face Braxis are just, or ADEZ are just a little bit too much for them to deal with at present.
Yeah, and ADEZ smartly deciding to back out there. There's no real point in fighting under their towers behind a web weaver that was about to die. You see ETC go in for the power slide. He hits the mosh pit, but it gets stunned out. Emperor Juice taking a lot of damage from Tassadar and Tracer. Dark Neil goes into stasis mode with the ice block and still gets blown up by the Cassia. Now Cassia is chasing down Morales. Morales taking a lot of damage as well. ETC going down. You can see why they banned Cassia in the first game and might regret not doing it in game 2.
Yeah, really good team fight on the side of U-Face Braxis, dropping the tank and the main healer. And they're going to be able to get a web weaver phase off the back of this pretty easily. However, this is not going to be the most effective web weaver phase as the top lane is pushed in incredibly deep. And almost every single wall is up on the side of ADEZ, but U-Face Braxis looking to fix that so these web weavers get extra value, hoping to get a couple forts. So ADEZ coming to the top for the defense. It looks like you had something to say. And Water Elemental does come out, and now U-Face Braxis is on the run.
Yeah, I was mirroring your sentiments, but I was muted, so nobody heard them.
I promise you they were witty and insightful.
I was just saying that they had to come up and defend this web weaver at the top lane because that's the only one that has a possibility of doing any damage with the push going. So they successfully were able to defend that. Now they're going to move on to the bottom web weaver and try to save this fort as well. And it looks like they're going to get there in time.
Yeah, they shouldn't have any problem defending this bottom keep. ADEZ just getting a lot of good defenses on these opposing web weaver phases, and it's really, really hard for U-Face Braxis to get anything going despite being on the same talent tier.
And we've seen since the Cyan Fusion Quest has come online, the damage from Tassadar has been absurd, and You're My Hero trying to keep Emperor Juice up. We see the Jug of 1,000 Cups go down and start healing up the team. Cassia is not going to be saved from that, though, and she ends up taking a lot of damage. The Mosh Pit comes out. Anna's looking for the sleep, but she can't get it. The deletion of Midi Man, D-Louds, and Winterheart. I'm sorry, and Emperor Juice all at once, and this is looking like a GG for ADEZ. They do not mess around, man.
No, that was a really strong play out of ADEZ right there. Following up that beautiful mosh pit at the end. I saw that slide come in, I'm like, oh, this is not going to be a good time for ADEZ. You see the GGs from U-Face Braxis come out. This was a very competitive game, though.
Oh, yeah. You can tell U-Face Braxis right now is kind of just looking to bust through to be on that exact same level as ADEZ, and they are not far behind. There was a few errors there, but for the most part, that was a very competitive series.
Yeah, and that was those are the exact kind of games I was hoping for when we put this together, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was definitely entertaining. I'm glad that we were able to get these teams in here to play some matches. Despite both sets being 2-0s, I think you can walk away from those matches and feel a little bit better about your team because you know how you stack up against somebody who plays a little bit better than you.
Absolutely. So that's probably that is actually going to do it for tonight. I see Charlie has some fun times in chat just now. But again, this has been Rekt League. We will be starting at our normal time next week, which will be 8 p.m. Eastern Time, provided nobody disbands between now and then.
All teams currently in the league, please stay together. We would
Yeah,
like that.
that would be great. If not, at least give me more than a day's heads up,
Yeah.
or well, 12 hours, I guess.
Mhm.
That would definitely be handy. So, again, thank you everyone for watching, checking us out. We appreciate it so much. You guys are awesome. We will see you here Sunday, as I will be casting some test spot action. I believe I will be casting IUPUI and whoever they are playing, as well as possibly another team. We'll see how that turns out. I'm not sure who will be joining me for that. I might be casting with my cat that night.
Yeah, I still won't know until tomorrow. So,
And that's fine. So we hope to see you guys here on Sunday for that TESPA action. It should be really exciting. IUPUI having a really good set last week against LSU. That was really good. And then we watched Minnesota team, Golden Gophers, take on a team stocked with bronze and silver players. And it went about as well as you expect.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
That's the college scene, though, man.
Yes, it is indeed. So we will see you back here Sunday from about 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And until then, guys, much love and Kappa.